students means students that are going into it, that are applying to their school, that are trying to go to those schools. So what qualities do they look for? What are they looking for in those applicants, in those people that are submitting applications? I am going to give you 3 post-its. You're each getting 3 post-its. In each post-it, you're going to write a quality. So for example, leadership, right? Leadership is a quality that colleges might look for in an applicant. And then underneath that quality, you're going to explain to me why colleges look for that in applicants, okay? So you have 3 post-its, and you're going to go ahead and write those 3 qualities down. Any questions? No? You know what to do. We all have pencils. Write your name on the back. You write your name on the back of the post-its. Once you're done writing them, what I want you to do is to come up and you're going to post them right here. Okay? Once you're done writing all 3 qualities, you're going to go ahead and post them. Okay. One word. Keep writing. Just write. And then move your book up. And you should be writing and posting 3 qualities. When you're writing your explanations, think why it's important to have that quality. What does that tell an admission officer about you and who you are, who that applicant is, how that applicant is, and how that applicant is going to do in that school? see some of you are writing your dissertations on these Post-its. Just explain it briefly. Doesn't have to be a thesis. Again, once you have all your 3 qualities, what I want you to do is to go ahead and put them. Come on. We have 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. What else do you need to have? Huh? Skills, okay, but what type of skills? Be more specific. But what skills do you need in order to be successful in college? What is something that I asked from you last time? Exactly, right? Pushing oneself to accomplish it. So what qualities do college look for in prospective students? What I'm seeing is a lot of excellent explanations, even more than what I was expecting. I just wanted a brief explanation, but thank you for taking the time to fully develop those answers. So some things we see, someone who's respectful. We see go-getter, we see someone who has confidence, someone who's dedicated, determination, responsible, intelligent, hardworking, fully committed. Leadership, high GPA, dream chaser. All of these qualities are things that you have have mentioned and have deemed important for applicants that are trying to get into college. I want 2 volunteers or 3 volunteers to tell me one quality that they selected and why that's important. Should I?
I said being organized.
Being organized. Why is that important?
Because they're taking a lot of classes, they won't slack off.
Okay, so organization is needed in order not to slack off, in order to be successful, and in order to be responsible with your academics. What else? What other quality? Cynthia?
Confidence.
Confidence. Why confidence?
I say confidence because with having confidence, you also believe in yourself, and without believing in yourself, then you are only just limiting yourself with your life. And so.
Okay, very good. Confidence. Anyone else? Maria?
Someone who is just not a struggling person.
Someone who is not what?
Who doesn't cause trouble.
Oh, someone who doesn't cause trouble. So what quality does that person need to have?
I picked it because colleges don't look for people who are going to cause problems in their school.
Okay, so someone who doesn't cause problems. Okay, so we're going to be moving on now into a different part of the lesson. So I want you to keep in mind all these qualities, right? Leadership, confidence, dream chaser, organized, someone who's intelligent, someone who is caring, someone who is respectful, fully committed. I want you to think about all those qualities. And we're going to be reading 2 different college personal statements, college essays. So these are those essays that are included in your application to college. We're going to be reading 2 essays, and I want you to think about whether these essays contain these qualities, whether these students are putting forward these qualities so that the admissions officers could see that these students are a great fit for their schools. So first, we're going to be reviewing one essay. We're going to be using this rubric to evaluate the essay, and this is the same rubric that I'm going to use when you turn in your personal statement to me. I will be grading you based on these 4 categories, and then you will be improving your drafts along the way, and then in the end of the marking period, in 29 days, you will be submitting your final one, okay? And so we're going to be looking at these 2 essays, 2 personal statements. And what I want you to do is the following. I want you to think about what makes these essays exemplar. What things are these students including there? So I'm going to give you first the rubric, and then I am also going to pass along the first essay, which is going to be part of the teacher-led, and then the second essay, which you're going to be working independently. And then you're going to grade this essay with your partner, right? So you're going to read it, you're going to annotate it, and then you're going to give it a grade using this rubric with your partner. This is the rubric that we'll be using to evaluate the essay. What are the 4 components that you see in this rubric? Raise your hand. Giancarlos.
Organization, development, voice, and convention.
Okay, very good. Organization, development, voice, and conventions. What is under organization? Shere?
Progression.
You have it under?
Progression and transition.
Okay, progression, transitions. And what do you see directly under the category?
Writer's experience is conveyed through a cohesive structure.
So the writer's experience is conveyed through a cohesive structure. So that's what you need to be aiming for. That your essay is organized in a way that your experience is shown in a cohesive manner, in a cohesive structure. What is under development, William?
Insight into the writer's experience is shown through rich detail.
Development. So insight into the writer's experience is shown through rich detail, which means that you are providing a lot of examples. You're providing a lot of details into whatever it is that you're writing about, so that the person reading, the admissions officer, the person reading your essay can see, can feel what you're feeling, can experience through writing what you have experienced in your life. What is under voice? Luciano.
Language engages the reader throughout the writing.
Language engages the reader throughout the writing, right? You do not want to sound boring, because if you sound boring, what's going to happen? They're going to be bored, exactly. You need to make sure that you are, that you're using adjectives, that you're using verbs, that you are employing an active voice, And what is under conventions? Daisy. Complex ideas are communicated through sophisticated forms of expressions. So you need to make sure that your essay is written correctly, right? Grammatically correct. That your essay employs different sentence structures and not just the same type of sentences over and over again, because again, that is going to bore your reader. So you need to make sure that you are keeping all these components in mind when you're writing, and especially when you're evaluating these essays today. The first one that you're reading with me, we're going to give it a grade as a class. We're going to give it a grade as a class. And then the next one, the one that you're doing independently, you're going to read it on your own, but you have to come up with a grade for that essay with your partner. You're going to come up with a grade for that essay with your partner, and then we're going to come back together and compare it as a class. Is that understood? Okay, great. So let's go, highlighter. Display the essays here, but I don't think our Promethean board is working. So just keep the, you have the essay in front of you. It's called, what is the title of this essay?
Give God a chance.
Give God a chance. Just from this title, what do you think this essay is about? God. What is God? Raise your hand, raise your hand. Jimmy. What?
People that would change.
Okay, Lisbeth.
People that like black.
People that like black, okay. What else? Anyone else can explain? Maria.
People who wear lots of makeup and listen to rock music.
Okay.
They have like a dark past and they just like the dark colors.
Okay, interesting. But we're gonna see what this high school student has to say about God. And she's going to explain to the admissions officer who she is, where she comes from, and why does she deserve a spot in that school. And that's exactly the type of things that the type of questions, the type of things that you have to keep in mind when you're developing your own personal statement.
In this essay, I tried as my high school English teacher always instructed to imagine the audience for my writing. The more I thought about it, the more I pitied the college admissions screeners who would be reading 1,000 essays on diversity. Along with the expected takes on race, ethnicity, how many of those essays would present their authors as outcasts, loners, kids who didn't fit in with his or her school? How could I present myself as someone unique and interesting, strange, even without falling prey to the cliche of self-pity social misfit?
Okay, thank you. Excellent reading. So, what is this high school student doing in this first paragraph? Raise your hand, Kennedy.
She's trying to like make herself stand out from the rest of the writing.
She's trying to make herself stand out, right? And that's exactly what you do when you're writing a personal statement. Do you think that this writer successfully grabbed your attention and the attention of an admissions officer? And why? Raise your hand and tell me why. Genevieve, tell me. Do you think that this student grabbed the attention of the admissions officer or your attention, and why?
Yes.
Why? What is included in this essay that makes you think that It's interesting, it captivates you. Why?
Because she's different.
She's different, okay?
She throws herself out there.
Exactly, she's different and she's exposing herself. She is making herself what? Vulnerable. She's putting herself in a vulnerable situation by already describing herself as someone that is not going to look like everyone else that is applying to that school.